If you observe people breathing, they'll be mostly like this. If you take a deep breath, it's improve how you feel in less than a minute. I can literally show you how to do that very easily. And it's all about breathing, because it's something that none of us really give much attention to. And a lot of people, they hear a lot about it, but they don't ever actually give themselves time to practice it, which is insane, because we all breathe every day. So we might as well, in my opinion, do as much as we can to ensure that the oxygen we do take in helps us as best as possible. So let's think of it like this. The first inhale you take is the beginning of life. The last exhale you do is the ending of life. So life revolves around the breath. And the breath, we all know about the lungs, but what we don't really understand is the muscles that work in this area to help us breathe and help the lungs fill with oxygen. You've got four main ones. Now I'm not going into the larynx, I'm not going to go into the throat. This is just this area here. Diaphragm, intercostals, abdominal, pelvic floor. Diaphragm, it's a big dome-shaped thing here. The intercostals are the ribs, those muscles in between the ribs. The abdominals, we all know about the six-pack. And the pelvic floor, which is down here. Now, when you're inhaling, the diaphragm, it's going to pull down, it's going to flatten. The pelvic floor is going to work in tandem with it. It's allowing space for the chest cavity to fill with oxygen, the lungs with oxygen. And then when you're going to exhale, it's going to push up in that dome shape again. The pelvic floor will push up with it, helping expel the air out. Then you've got the abs. The abs help push the air out. Think about it like you're running and you sprint 100-meter sprint and you finish, you're like, that's the abs. They're helping you pull in, diaphragm pull in, and then the abs are helping push out. They all work in tandem together. Intercostals, they're going to allow expansion of the rib cage so that the chest cavity can expand to get as much oxygen in as possible, and then depress and expel the air out. The way to think of it like this is like this. You've got a syringe. You pull on the bottom of the syringe, and that black stopper thing, it sucks, it has a seal, it sucks the air into that cavity. That's your lungs, that's your diaphragm flattening, and then the pelvic floor and the diaphragm pushing up to expel the air out. And I want you to think of when you lift a heavy weight, how you hold that weight and what you do with your abs. You'll brace, you'll squeeze tight, you'll make contract. You'll create, couldn't get the word out there, you'll create tension through the abdominal wall, through the pelvic floor, and through the diaphragm. And I have this analogy of a tin can. Tin can's pressurized when it's closed. When it's sealed, you can't crush it this way, you can't crush it that way. But if I open it here, then all of a sudden I can crush it here, I can crush it this way, and I can make it flat because there's no pressurization in it. So that's the same as when we're lifting heavy weights. We breathe in, we squeeze tight, and we hold. Now here's the thing. There are 3 simple breathing patterns that you can all learn that will enable you to get rid of stress instantaneously and cope with everyday life. And they are as follows. They're shapes. Triangle, circle, and a square. Triangular breathing. You breathe in, say 3 seconds. You breathe out straight away for 3 seconds. You pause for 3 seconds. Repeat. Circular breathing. It's more fast, dynamic breathing, followed by one slow inhale and exhale. The exhale being twice as long usually as the inhale. So it'll be like this. Do that for 4 cycles, that's 20 breaths. Then you've got the square breathing, which is more commonly known as box breathing. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. Very simple. These 3 techniques, when done correctly and when practiced regularly, will change your life. They're done for stress, they are done for relaxation, they're done just to get you back into a more relaxed state of being. This triangular breathing should be how we breathe all the time. If you're weird like me, you will listen to your kids or your partner sleeping, and do it with kids all the time. I'd listen to their breathing patterns, and I would notice that my breathing was a lot deeper and longer than theirs. Just the lung capacity, I suppose, and my training of the breath. But when you can get yourself into this where you're breathing in, and pausing, you will notice things happen to your body. So I'm going to show you how to do this. A rare moment that I'll take my top off. Okay. Breathing. Think of it like this. How do most people breathe? If you observe people breathing, they'll be mostly like this. If you take a deep breath, it's like so. How we should breathe. Into the nose, you bypass here and you fill into here first, and then you let it fill up and expand out. So it should be now, what a lot of people do is they breathe shallow. And you notice my inhale, exhale is very similar. When it should be longer in the exhale than the inhale. And I breathe all the air out. Here I'm talking now, nothing there. So I'm bringing all the muscles, getting cold again, I'm bringing all the muscles into play here. Now, by doing that, we're doing what's called conscious breathing. We are bringing our awareness to the most fundamental thing for life, which a lot of us don't do. And because of this, a lot of us suffer needlessly. If everyone was to give themselves 5 minutes a day to just start consciously breathing, and you don't have to sit down, you don't have to be anywhere in a nice nature special place. You could be in your bed, you could be having a crap, you could be in the car, you could be having the kids doing your head in. It's about being conscious of your breathing pattern in certain scenarios and then taking steps to changing it. You don't have to do this, no, the kids are doing their head in, you're like, or listen, breathing works. Breathing will regulate your nervous system. It will calm your mind. It will give you that moment, that space to just collect your thoughts and relax. Now, in the second video I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a method you can release your diaphragm, because a lot of us haven't used the diaphragm properly in many, many years, and the diaphragm's locked, it's rigid, and there are ways, there's a simple technique that I know that can allow you to get instantaneous more breath. Instantaneously, just, you're going to feel it, you're going to feel it, and it's going to be good. So watch the next video, I'll show you how to do that.